Picture a trending argument online. A video goes viral, opinions split, and the comments section fills with insults. People share posts that agree with them, block those who don't, and move on convinced they are right. Nothing changes. The problem isn't a lack of voices. The problem is a lack of questions. This is where the Socratic method enters. Instead of trading claims, you ask why. Instead of fighting to win, you search for the gaps in reasoning. Someone says, "This policy will destroy the economy." You reply, "What evidence supports that?" They give an answer. You ask, "What assumptions are we making?" Each question peels back a layer. The process is uncomfortable. It exposes uncertainty, but it works. Ancient Athens knew it. Socrates didn't lecture. He questioned. He made people confront their own logic. The irony is he rarely gave answers. His gift was forcing others to think harder than they wanted. That same method feels urgent today. Our world prizes speed, hot takes, and certainty. Socratic questioning rewards patience and humility. So ask yourself, when was the last time you paused in an argument and asked a real question instead of firing back? What would happen if you tried? Socrates was executed for corrupting the youth, but his method survived longer than his city-state. Fast forward 2,000 years, and classrooms around the world still use his style of dialogue. Teachers find that asking questions creates thinkers, not repeaters. Instead of memorizing a formula, a student is asked, "Why does this work?" Instead of reciting history, they are asked, "What might have happened if the decision was different?" This builds understanding, not shallow recall. But the Socratic method escaped the classroom long ago. In Silicon Valley, teams use it daily. A designer pitches a sleek new feature. Instead of approval, a manager asks, "What problem does this solve for the user?" That question cuts through hype. It saves time, money, and energy. Startups survive by asking hard questions before reality does. In families, parents find the method useful too. Instead of telling a teenager, "Don't do that," they ask, "Why do you think that choice is safe?" The teenager pauses, reflects, and sees the flaw themselves. That lesson sticks longer than a lecture. The same applies to personal growth. Many people carry beliefs they never question. You might believe you are bad at public speaking, or that money equals happiness. The Socratic method asks you why. You answer, then ask why again. After 5 rounds, the truth usually looks very different from where you began. That's the power of asking. Our feeds move at light speed. TikTok, Instagram, and X push content every second. The loudest voices rise. The most outrageous claims spread the fastest. By the time a fact check arrives, the damage is done. Socratic questioning slows this flood. You see a shocking claim. Pause. Ask, "Who said this?" Then ask, "What is their evidence?" Then, does another explanation fit the facts? Each question slows the impulse to share. It transforms you from a consumer of noise into a filter of truth. This method also reshapes debates. Too often, arguments online collapse into name-calling. What if instead both sides asked, "What do you mean by that? Why do you think it matters?" The tone changes. People might still disagree, but the exchange creates clarity instead of confusion. Communities have used this method to heal divides. Neighbors on opposite sides of political issues gather not to fight but to question. They find common ground. They learn that disagreement doesn't have to mean division. The Socratic method makes that possible. So, how do you start? Try the 5 whys. Pick one belief you hold. Ask yourself why it's true. Then ask why again 5 times. By the 5th round, you'll see whether your belief stands or collapses. Then take it into conversations. Instead of reacting fast, ask slow. Questions open doors that arguments slam shut. The Socratic method isn't ancient history. It is a tool for survival in 2025. It makes you a sharper thinker, a better communicator, and a stronger decision maker. The question is simple. Will you use it?